Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the animal kingdom for a battle that's been keeping people up at night. You know how it is, man. You're sitting around with your buddies. Maybe you've had a couple of beers and suddenly someone brings up the age-old question. Who would win in a fight, a gorilla or a bear? I mean, think about it. On one hand, you've got the gorilla, this absolute unit of muscle pounding its chest, capable of ripping your arms off like they're nothing. And on the other hand, you've got a bear, a straight-up predator, claws like knives, teeth like razors, known to demolish anything that gets in its way. But let's focus on the gorilla for a moment. This creature is not just muscle, it's incredibly intelligent and social, capable of using tools and displaying complex emotions. So today, we're breaking it down, folks. We're talking size, strength, speed, fighting styles, intelligence, the whole damn thing. We're going deep into the heart of the jungle and the wilderness to figure out once and for all who would win in a fight between a gorilla and a bear. Let's do this. All right, round one. Let's talk about the raw power these animals bring to the table. First up, we've got the gorilla. Now, these dudes are massive. We're talking up to 400 pounds of pure muscle, with arms longer than your average NBA player. They can lift over 2 tons, which is insane. That's like bench pressing a car, man. Plus, they've got those huge canines, perfect for biting and tearing. Gorillas are incredibly powerful for their size and have a lower center of gravity, which gives them better balance and leverage. They're like the powerlifters of the animal kingdom. Now, agility is another important factor to consider. Gorillas are surprisingly agile for their size. They can move quickly through the trees and even walk upright for short distances. They're like the ninjas of the primate world. So if this fight goes into the water, the gorilla might be at a disadvantage. But on land, they're formidable. Overall, in terms of physical attributes, gorillas are incredibly strong and agile. They have the muscle power and agility to hold their own in a fight. It's like comparing a tank to a sports car. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, but gorillas are definitely a force to be reckoned with. Now, let's talk about fighting styles. Gorillas are primarily ground dwellers and rely on their incredible strength and powerful bites to defend themselves. They're like the boxers of the animal kingdom, using their long arms to deliver powerful punches and grapples. They'll also use their legs to kick their opponents, which can be surprisingly effective. Another thing to consider is that gorillas are primarily herbivores. This means that gorillas are less accustomed to fighting and killing prey. They're more likely to fight defensively, trying to intimidate their opponents or escape. However, gorillas are incredibly strong and can inflict serious damage with their bites and blows. They've also been known to use tools such as sticks and rocks to defend themselves. So, while they may not be as experienced fighters as some other animals, they're certainly not pushovers. Gorillas are still formidable opponents and should not be underestimated. Chapter 3, Brains and Brawn. Can intelligence even the odds? Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. Intelligence. You see, while raw power and ferocity are important, a little bit of brain power can go a long way in a fight. Bears, while not stupid by any means, aren't exactly known for their strategic thinking. They're more instinctual creatures, relying on their incredible sense of smell and their raw power to survive. They're not exactly playing chess out there in the woods, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that a bear couldn't use its instincts to its advantage in a fight, but their instincts could give them an edge in certain situations. They might be able to use their surroundings to their advantage, set up an ambush, or even find a way to outmaneuver their opponent. Think about it. A bear could potentially lure a gorilla into a dense part of the forest, where its strength and knowledge of the terrain would give it an advantage. It could use its instincts to turn the tables on the more intelligent gorilla. So while gorillas might have the edge in terms of intelligence and problem solving, we can't discount the bear's instincts. It's a wild card that could potentially change the outcome of the fight. Chapter 4, Home Turf, Location, Location, Location. All right, let's talk about the environment. Where this fight takes place could make all the difference. Bears are incredibly adaptable and can be found in a variety of habitats, from forests to mountains to Arctic tundra. They're generally more comfortable in open areas where they have room to move. Put them in a dense jungle, and they might struggle to navigate the terrain. However, if the fight takes place in a more open environment, like a clearing in the forest or a grassy plain, the bear would have the upper hand. They would have more room to maneuver and could use their superior size and strength to their advantage. It's like a home field advantage in sports. The team that's more familiar with the environment has a better chance of winning, and in this case, the environment could be the deciding factor in the fight between a gorilla and a bear. Chapter 5. The final verdict, who reigns supreme? All right, folks, we've broken down the stats, analysed the fighting styles, considered the intelligence factor, and even factored in the environment. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Who would win in a fight between a gorilla and a bear? Honestly, it's a tough one to call. Both animals are incredibly powerful and have their own unique strengths and weaknesses. It's like trying to compare apples and oranges. But if I had to put my money on one, I'd probably have to go with the bear. Here's why. Bears are just bigger, stronger, and more aggressive than gorillas. They have a wider range of weapons at their disposal with their claws and teeth, and they're more experienced fighters. Plus, they're more adaptable to different environments, so they wouldn't be at a disadvantage if the fight took place outside of the gorilla's home turf. That being said, I wouldn't count the gorilla out completely. They're incredibly strong for their size, have a lower center of gravity, and are surprisingly agile. Plus, their intelligence could give them an edge in certain situations. If they could use their environment to their advantage or find a way to outsmart the bear, they could potentially pull off an upset. But in a head-to-head battle, with no environmental advantages, I think the bear would eventually wear down the gorilla and emerge victorious. It wouldn't be easy, and the gorilla would definitely put up a good fight, but in the end, I think the bear's size, strength and ferocity would be too much to overcome. The debate rages on. So, there you have it, folks. My take on the epic showdown between a gorilla and a bear. It's a battle for the ages, a clash of titans, and honestly, it could go either way depending on the circumstances. But at the end of the day, it's all speculation, right? We're never really going to see a silverback gorilla and a grizzly bear duke it out in the wild, and thank goodness for that. But that's the beauty of these hypothetical animal battles. They get us thinking, they spark our imaginations, and they remind us of the incredible power and diversity of the natural world. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with my verdict? Who do you think would win in a fight between a gorilla and a bear? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep the debate raging. And don't forget to subscribe for more epic animal showdowns and other mind-blowing content. Thanks for watching.